as you probably
Morning.
know, Chris is now the co-lead for
Chris.
Motor.
Okay,
Okay, did you
I'm
not
going to be
know?
honest. No, I didn't know. And I wasn't sure who Chris was. I'll be honest.
Chris Cross. So I know, as
Okay.
everybody likes to say, you know, the first reaction is generally, oh, I didn't know he was a motor guy.
Yes. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to ask. Was he certed before?
He was. So he was certed before the restructure, and he took a while to get his cert after the restructure because he went on LOA for like a month and a half. And then when he got back, you know, he got his cert and everything. But
When did he get his cert? No. Like in this
now
yeah.
it was maybe like a couple weeks before him getting co-lead.
A couple weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Did he do much
Uh,
before? Okay. Okay, a couple weeks
no,
before.
ask your questions.
I'm just Yeah, no, look, I'll let you finish before I say too much.
Look, I know the choice seems a little out of left field, and you know, I want you to know that when Bass approached me about this, he basically was like, "I'm gonna remove Mac for inactivity."
I understand
So, you
that.
know, it's nothing against Mac. It's just, you know,
This guy,
he's
he's
a
trying
busy
to hear.
guy, right?
Max.
And he said that I had the option to choose a co-lead, or I could just run Motor by myself. There were a couple people that I had in mind. I asked about one of them. It got denied. I don't really want to. They know, but I don't really want to go into like who it was. I what then? You know, I kind of thought about it a little bit after that because I was sort of like, maybe I'll just run Motor by myself. You know, it's I mean, obviously with the supervisor's support. Just not have a co-lead. And then you know, I thought a bit about Chris before the restructure. You know, granted, as it did to a lot of people, the SOP nerf kind of hit him hard as well. And he didn't ride Motor as much after that. He just kind of rided it as needed. But he was a, you know, every day on the bike patrolling kind of Motor person prior to that. For me, you know, he's a good person that I've, you know, been able to bounce ideas off of. It's also, to be honest, I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little not great at conflict, and struggle with that a little bit. And you know, he kind of helps me with that. And but regardless, you know, I wanted to give him the opportunity to sort of step up and, you know, do something. You know, I've always thought he was a really good leader, and I'm trying not to be biased. I really am trying not to, but I always thought like he's a really good leader. You know, he was excited and he wants to help. He wants to help with, you know, the pursuit aspect of Motor. He wants to help with training. We've come up with some ideas on how to adjust getting your cert and training for that process. So I'm really excited about it and excited to tell you guys about it. And you know, he's going to be another person that you guys can come to and rely on. You know, either of us. I
Is he like heavy shift 2?
no, he's shift 1 to shift 2.
I've never seen him.
He's after the storm shift 1.
Okay.
So it's basically storm till, I don't know, a couple hours into shift 2. Whereas I am going to be transitioning over to probably later, like mid to late shift 2 to shift 3.
Oh god. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I do have a question. Oh, Max is gonna love this one. I'm gonna whisper so he doesn't hear. So you're saying how he's a good motor person and he's fine, but why are people clowning on you about it? I'm gonna be honest. People have been clowning. I've heard it from the first time today, and I just
clowning?
laughing about the
clowning?
decision.
Well, because Chris and I are married, you know. I've definitely gotten the nepotism, you know, thrown at me a couple times. I got one really awesome comment from Lovesick about it, saying, "Oh, in that case, if you want to get your Air One cert, just marry me in front of like 5 deputies." So that was yeah.
Okay.
I think Max, I think they're all Conan's cars, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Stubble and I looked at him. Yeah, you know, Dan made a shitty comment to Chris and I when we were when we were talking to him about all the SOP, I'm gonna call them updates because they weren't really changes. And you know, basically saying Chris isn't the motor lead, and I told him to watch himself, and he says that again, he's not gonna have a motor cert. You know, I get it. It's
yeah,
I don't know.
I will be honest.
I think it's just because we're married. People have their, you know, and I kind of hate that like people are sort of discrediting him because of that, because I do honestly think he's a really good leader. He's well liked. He's a good guy. And when you give people the opportunity
Well,
to
I'll be
step
honest.
up,
When I said is he a role model biker? Everyone laughed. I'll be honest with that. I don't know Cross. I don't know, honestly. The name had crossed my mind. And I will be honest, I can see why it might not be a good look. I mean, choosing your partner in work is never a good thing, I'll be honest. And there has been so many people during this structure, right, that have been motor for a long time, that could have also been, you know, given a shot to be lead. But obviously, you know, you were picked as it, and I decided to put my trust in you to see how you do. And, you know, that you have done some good things, 100%. I'm not going to take that away from you. And then there are quite a few supervisors that I feel like could have been put in that place that would have done a lot better. People who have been passionate about it for a long time. People are passionate about it now, you know? And when some people asked me, they were like, who do you think she would have chosen? And I was thinking about it, and I said, Flop. Flop was one of the people who came to my mind, right? Always been dedicated, a supervisor, a good example, all that kind of stuff. He's always been passionate. So why did you, you know, pick your husband over someone like that?
You know, I considered Flop. I considered Mueller. I considered all the supervisors. It I wish I had a great answer for you.
Look, I'm just I would have preferred to I would have preferred to see how you did by yourself. Let you cook alone. It would have been.
I mean, I guess I know Mac was still technically the lead, but I do kind of feel like I was cooking alone for the last month. Mac was not involved at all. I mean, maybe you guys went to him about stuff. I don't know. But other than the first day when I got lead, and I think I sent him an email like a couple days after that, and he said, "I'm busy, basically, deal with it yourself." And that was it.
Yeah, I haven't. You know, he did some more work before you guys got co-lead. I have a feeling maybe he I don't know, lost the passion for it after that because I haven't really heard much from him then. Which
I think he was just busy. It's totally
yeah,
fine.
and I
and
think
like the
that's fine. He did that to me once. He was away for a while and I kind of took the reins and it's frustrating not having him around, but I'll be frank, even back then, I never felt like the lead, right? Like there was always that kind of looming thing of there is that one person that is on paper, the lead, right? And so I think with you being, you have been leading it basically for the past however many months, you have been doing a good job. I'll be honest, you have. It's there's a few things, I think you need more of a voice. You have a voice, but I think you need to use it more. And there are conflicts sometimes, and I do think, approach those conflicts, go through it. There's like a few things like that or whatever, but just like with,
I had to talk to somebody I had to talk to Anita the other day about something. You know what I did?
What did you do?
I said, I feel incredibly uncomfortable. I'm going to face the wall while I talk to you. And I literally turned around and faced the wall while I talked to her because I couldn't look her in the eye. I'm terrible at conflict. I can't do it. Maybe I shouldn't be motor lead. Oh my God.
No, see, this is the thing. You need to freaking... you need to build yourself up, get the confidence, say fuck you. You've got to get a little bit more
I don't have
like
any confidence, Candice.
Yeah, but I think everyone can tell.
Oh my, they can tell?
Yes.
Oh,
why do you think people would be clowning on this
no.
decision? And you making your husband your co-lead only shows that unconfidence even more.
Maybe somebody else should be co-lead then. Maybe it's with Chris, because maybe I shouldn't be. I don't have confidence.
No. No. That's not what I'm saying. You can do it yourself. No one's perfect overnight. It takes time. And you can still lean on Chris, even if he's not a co-lead. That's kind of my thought process on it. Is like, you say like you use him as a kind of a pole to lean on or whatever, right? But I think a lot of people, me included, would rather see you lead it alone and then lean on your subordinates if you need to. Because there are plenty of people that will pick up the slack if you need them to. Me included, Flop, Bloom, all of us. I know we will. And I don't think you need that support person. In that position, at least,
I mean, look, Chris understands that if he doesn't pull his weight, he will be dismissed as co-lead. That was, made very clear to me and to him. Just like if I wasn't pulling my weight, I would be, dismissed as well. Like Mac was, it is a role that you need to be around for. Granted, I did just say I'm gonna be a little
yeah,
on
that's
a mini,
fine,
but I sort of out of my control, right? And I will be around. It's just I won't really be patrolling for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But you know, he knows, like, if he doesn't step up, if he doesn't prove that he deserves
Imagine
this,
that awkward
he'll be
conversation.
dismissed. So I guess I would just say, let's see how the next month goes.
But would you be able to do that with how you don't like fuck, I forget my words. Would you be able to do that with how you don't like confrontation?
What, remove him?
Yeah. I feel like that would be quite difficult, no?
It would be extremely difficult, and I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. But it's something that at the end of the day, it's what is best for Motor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if this ends up causing a huge issue for Motor, and things end up going in a certain direction, at the end of the day, I will choose what is better for Motor.
I think, you see, from the beginning, right, I was a little cautious, you know, when you were first made lead. I didn't really know how much you drove the bikes. I hadn't really heard much about what you'd done prior to that. But, you know, the decision was made. I decided to trust in you. And so far, that trust has paid off. But this decision makes me regret placing that trust a little. And seeing how a lot of people are also cautious of it, it does worry me a bit. That's all.
I understand. And I know that, you know, you don't know Chris. You know,
Yeah,
I guess
I have no
only
idea.
time will tell. And I would say you did put your trust in me once before, and you know, it's worked out, I think, fairly well. And maybe let's see how it goes, you know?
Yes, I mean, that's my mindset nowadays with everything. See how it all goes. Yeah, it's been a lot of interesting decisions recently, so I mean, that's all I can do, right? But you know me. I put everything out on the line. I will tell you how it is, and I'm just telling you kind of how I felt about this decision, I guess, you know.
Yeah, I do want you to know it was approved by Bass, and I think that he would have said no if he thought it was not the right choice. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Bass really likes Chris that much. As well, there's something,
That was
you
pretty
know.
much roughly
and
what I
so
had. I was just adding. I finished
he
my
put aside his I think own feelings towards Chris, and you know, approved this. I don't know why he doesn't like Chris.
Has Baz ever really said no to anything? I don't know. From what I've heard, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just food for thought.
No.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry anyway. But, you know, I'm willing to see where it goes.
Okay. That's all I can ask. You know, it's definitely been met with mixed reactions, but it sounds like more negative, that people just aren't talking.
Well, look,
to me
I
about.
honestly, I wouldn't feel right if I just kind of went and laughed about it behind your back and I wasn't honest with you. Like, I would rather that you know all of the concerns, you know, so you can approach them however you want to approach them. I wouldn't feel right not saying that, so that's just me personally. And I'll tell you what other people think too. I mean, I'm not afraid of it. I don't mind taking the slack.
You okay, Max?
I fell.
Come on, buddy, get back up. Get back on that bike.
Get back up, Lucy.
Lucian shot me yesterday.
Oh.
Oh, see, he's fine.
Oh, look at him. Look at him go.
Yeah, I don't know. I would much rather you were told the concerns rather than having
and I'm glad
everyone
that-
laughing behind your back about it, you know? So,
Well, that kind of sucks. You know, to be sort of the joke, I guess, but you know,
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling me.
I'll always be honest. I will. No matter what it brings.
Yeah.
Bless her. I feel so
Yeah,
bad.
I know. You know,
Oh god.
I knew it was gonna be the probably you know between the supervisors and Chris and other
Yeah.
you know motor bikers. I
It's
knew there.
okay. You've explained it enough. I appreciate you coming to tell me. And you know, waking up early or whatever when you're busy to come tell me yourself. So I'm glad I overall found out from you. They didn't tell me their name, so I'm glad I found out from you before I found out from other people. So yeah,
Well,
thank you for coming.
You know, I encourage you to talk to Chris. If you see him. I know your schedules are a little bit different.
Yeah. If I see him, I'll for sure talk to him. I haven't seen him. I couldn't even remember the name.
Yeah,
Like
he doesn't usually come around before the meeting.
yeah.
But I don't know. Are you going to be around after Storm for Workout Wednesday or?
I do not know yet. Maybe not.
I mean, because like you know, I could even if we wanted to skip the meeting and if you wanted to talk to him, you know, we could do that too.
Yeah.
I guess I just kind of want to make sure that you guys have a chance to talk, especially before I sort of dip out, because I'll be out of town tomorrow through Sunday, and then yeah, I'll be you know available but not really around for like the rest of the month.
Okay.